everybody that exists right now is a descendant of a specific race, but not race as we know it today. Because when you visit history, like thousands and thousands of years ago, like human history, you realize that like we're all descendants of very much powerful races and powerful beings that did not come from here. Like when you visit history, like when you visit our history, you realize that our history was all changed up and switched up. So like the places that we identify as our races right now, like the things that we identify as, like what we think is our identity. So like the countries we were born in, like a lot of y'all are identifying with the countries you were born in, but those countries did not even exist a few years ago. Those countries were just made up. Those were just borders that were cut up. But what happened before that? That's the actual history that tells you where exactly you're from and what race you are. Because the race, as we know it right now, is not how it used to be. Like races were very much classified as different things back then, and we're going to be covering all that history, like our history. And when I talk about our history, I'm talking about human history, because like it's that time like all those history that they taught us, it was history of separation to make us look like we're different, like we're all different. But all of us, we have a mission to why we're here. We're here to tell stories of places that don't even exist in this realm. But in order for us to understand that, we have to understand who we are. And we can't understand who we are when our history is not even the true history. When our identities are not even our true identities, because I can identify, like the people who identify as American, they're not even Americans. And they truly think that's their identity. The people who identify as Africans, they're not even Africans. Like when you go back to covering like actual history, they're not even Africans, because Africa did not even exist. Like the word Africa did not even exist. Like that country used to be called, that continent used to be called so many other things. But even though that continent, when you start digging much deeper in history, you realize that even the history of that continent goes deeper, because that place used to be covered with extraterrestrial beings, what we call, they used to call gods, like gods who came from different realms, gods who came from different star systems. They're the ones, that's where our history literally starts from. Like our history is way longer than you can think about, like 100,000 years ago, even more. So our history is very long, but they only told us a few hundred years ago that happened. And even those, they only gave us half of the truth. They told us his history. That's